Shelly, and today I'm doing my TED Talk on suicide and self-harm awareness. I'm going to start off by telling a story. It was December 1st, 2012, a Saturday night. A close friend of mine was texting me and telling me that she was going through a really hard time and that she couldn't think straight and the things that she were thinking weren't normal. At first I wasn't too alarmed, but I wanted to help her. So I started texting her numerous passages about how great of a friend she was to me, how important she was, and that everything would be okay. She kept insisting that I was wrong and she knew that everything would not be okay. At the time, she wouldn't tell me exactly what was wrong, and I respected that, but it was hard for me to help her when I didn't know exactly what the problem was. Once it hit about 2 o'clock in the morning, she told me that she felt better and that she'd talk to me more about it in the morning. The next morning, she called me and she told me something that forever changed my life. She said, "Shelly, last night you seriously saved my life. I was so close to doing something so terrible to myself, and you were there for me when no one else was, so thank you." Tears started streaming down my face, and I couldn't quite comprehend how I felt. I felt sad because I almost lost a friend. I felt grateful because she was still alive, but mostly I felt confused as to how my words could change her mind about something like that. I just told her it was the least I could do because she was always such a great friend to me. This experience genuinely changed my perspective on life because now I see how precious of a thing life is and how easily it can be taken away from someone. When I asked her if I could include her story in my TED Talk, she agreed without hesitation. I sat her down for an interview and I asked her exactly how she felt on that night. She thought back to the horrible night that occurred 6 months ago and said, "Well, for me it felt like I never let myself care about anything so much. So when I finally had something I cared about, I realized how happy that something made me and how empty I was before. Losing that something was like losing a part of me. And once a part of you is gone, the rest of you wants to follow." It was heartbreaking to hear what she had to say, but all in all, I know that this experience changed both of our lives. I told her about the nonprofit organization by the name of To Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms' mission is that they want to find help for people who are struggling with addiction, self-injury, depression, or suicidal thoughts. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, and inspire, and to invest directly into treatment and recovery. I discovered To Write Love on Her Arms when I was just in 7th grade, and I was drawn to the premise of it all because I loved reading the true and inspiring stories and quotes that were posted on their website, so I told my friend to check it out. To Write Love on Her Arms is a beautiful thing, and it saved many lives. To Write Love on Her Arms' vision is that they want everyone to know that they were created to love and be loved, and that each individual has a story, and every story is important because it's all a part of a bigger story. To Write Love on Her Arms knows that everyone gets stuck, and that everyone has hard times, but you'll make it through, and you're not alone in your battles. To Write Love on Her Arms sets out to help troubled souls know that their story isn't over yet, and their life is worth fighting for. On the To Write Love on Her Arms website, there are lists of mental health issues and symptoms of them, and I found some startling facts about depression, such as 350 million people worldwide suffer from depression, causing it to be the leading cause of disability in the world. 2/3 of those cases of depression don't seek treatment. Depression manifests in the symptoms such as sadness, emptiness, lack of energy, or thoughts of death or suicide. Depression can also lead to self-injury. Self-injury is something that's often overlooked or portrayed as a joke, but I'm here to explain to you guys that it's a serious problem that many people aren't aware of. Self-injury is deliberately harming yourself but not necessarily wanting to die. People who self-injure often scratch, hit, cut, bite themselves, burn themselves, or pull their own hair out. These are all maladaptive coping mechanisms used when dealing with such intense emotions, and 24% of youth and young adults have said that they have self-injured before. Self-injury and depression can also lead to suicidal thoughts or suicide attempts. Suicide involves psychological, environmental, cultural, biological factors. On the To Write Love on Her Arms website, they say, "Suicide is preventable. Talking about it does not cause someone to become suicidal, but rather it could actually save their life." Globally, there is a suicide committed every 40 seconds, and in the United States alone, there is a suicide committed every 13 minutes, making it the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. Now, a suicide attempt or suicidal thoughts, self-injury, or depression isn't the end, because on the To Write Love on Her Arms website, they have plenty of survival stories, and part of their mission is that they want everyone to know that rescue is possible and change is possible for anyone's life. My favorite story of survival is the story of Pete Wentz, and he's the bassist in my favorite band, Fall Out Boy. Pete Wentz suffers from bipolar disorder, and he has openly talked about his suicide attempt. He said in an interview, "It's not really about keeping your head above the water. It's about feeling all right and safe in your own skin. It's not about keeping your head above the water and barely going." Pete Wentz is an inspiration to many people, and he is now part of a suicide prevention campaign called Half of Us. Pete discusses that the people who seem so confident and happy on the outside are struggling on the inside, and you can never know, and you never know exactly how someone feels about themselves. PONS is the perfect example that rescue is possible for anyone. Now, I did my TED Talk on this story because I wanted to share with you guys that this is something that changed my life and served as a major turning point in my life. I also chose this subject because it's often overlooked, and I wanted to raise awareness for this, because you never know if someone doesn't like themselves or is feeling sad if they're smiling on the outside and they seem happy. So that's why I encourage you guys, if you ever feel sad or scared or empty, lonely or worthless, to talk to someone about it, because keeping everything bottled up inside will only make it worse. So talk to people, ask them how their day is going, or give them a compliment. Tell them how much they mean to you, because you never know if it can make their day, and you never know if it could actually save their life. Thank you.